Hello everyone, my name is Jesse, and this is the auditorium I react to video game music for the first time. Today is the return of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, a game that I am currently playing right now. I just finished playing Definitive Edition, and I just felt like I needed to continue the story. Can be found right here. And this video is actually being recorded a long time ago, so by the time you're seeing it, this was a while ago. So, hello from the past. And we're going to be checking out the rest of my backlog before I play it. And today I'm very excited for these two songs. This is going to be Yggdrasil, the World Tree theme, followed by Elysium in the Dream, both from the channel JOEVGM, and requested by Manon and Mini Mick 75. Before I get into this, I just want to let you guys know that since I've been hearing nothing but Xenoblade Chronicles 2, recording all these videos and losing my voice in the process, I've been hearing like nothing but battle themes, like a lot of them. So I'm going to just pretty much assume these are not battle themes. So I'm actually kind of excited for that, because I really love the overworld stuff of Xenoblade quite a bit. So also based on both of these names, Yggdrasil and Elysium, I guess Xenoblade 2 has a little bit more influence from mythology, right? That's kind of interesting. Anyways, I'm excited. This is Yggdrasil, the World Tree theme from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Let's go. Yeah, this definitely feels like we've entered an area. Reminds me a little bit of a Satoru Marsh. Some heartfelt solo electric guitar? I was expecting that. Ooh. Wow. This is great. Bass. Is the electric guitar gonna come out of nowhere again? Whoa, dude. The song sounds very, like, high up. I'll explain in a second, but it sounds very... just sounds like altitude. Oh, the bells. I didn't catch this last time. That is cool. Don't hear that all that often. In BGM, like a guitar solo. Like just... vibe it gives off though, it's a little vague. It's like mysterious? I don't know. And I don't see a night and day. This one just is World Tree theme, so maybe it's just like night and day don't apply here, maybe? It's another minute. I'm a big fan of all this choir stuff. All this, there's like more vocals into, and it sounds good. I love this kind of stuff. So ominous. You know what's crazy about Xenoblade is if you really think about it and just sit there and listen to just one song, you can really tell that they really put like they're all into this soundtrack. Every song has so much detail and just like I wonder how long it takes to make the soundtrack for this game. It's insane. There's just a lot of character and story behind it. So first things first, thing I want to get out of the way is I'm going to be playing 2. Obviously, by the time you're seeing this, I've already started, but I'm playing 2 because of 1. I want to see what happens after 1, and 2, the community's always just been really good, so it's like a little gift. But I'm also just curious, and I don't want to be spoiled. So knowing what I know from 1, I'm gonna very curious to see like what retains, what carries over. Because I'm very curious of, like, spoilers for 1 if you never played 1, so stop watching right now. But in 1, obviously, you're ascending a gigantic titan, and then there's an opposing titan. And I thought that was really cool that you're like those are the stages, is you traversing this gigantic thing. So obviously, since those are no longer a thing, I'm very, like, okay, so how are they going to do that? What are they going to do with the second one? Obviously, I see this gigantic monster. I don't want to know anything about it. I can't help but see it in the corner of my eye. I'm trying my best to, like, really not look at this image at all. I think you'll understand why. So I'm guessing that's just might be, like, a running theme. It's going to be also kind of the same thing. You could go up it. Because it's called the World Tree theme, and I cannot help but notice there's a gigantic tree on top of this. So that is the main reason I said it sounds kind of high up. Also, yeah, World Tree, Yggdrasil, which is Norse mythology. And then we have Greek mythology with Elysium in the next song, which I'm very excited for. So that's kind of like, that's a lot of those reasons is why I'm playing 2, is because I want to know like how is, because I could see how 1 may lead to a sequel, but I could also see how that story can be finished as well. So maybe it's like a retelling or like a different, you know what I mean? I'll find out. So that's the first in a while song that I've heard that's not a battle theme, I'm pretty sure. Didn't sound like one. And yeah, it felt like sort of the like Satoral Marsh area from 1 is kind of just like ethereal, sort of just, whoa, what is this place? You know, like we finally got here or something. And you're just kind of like overwhelmed. But then the electric guitar solo, while of course that's really good, it left me like, I'm trying to see it in like a video gamer's perspective. I'm like, where would that go? You know, if I hear an electric guitar solo like that, it's all emotional. It makes me think like this is more of a cutscene, which is possible. There's like cutscene music specific in Xenoblade, but maybe that's what it is actually. Now that I think about it, kind of like oh god, what song is it? Is it Engage the Enemy? I can't remember. There's so many song names, but you know that one song that plays in 1 where something bad happens. Maybe it's one of those like songs, because it definitely has like a lot of emotion behind it. It's just a solo electric guitar like piece with some drony synth chords under it. Then the drums kick in, and yeah, that was neat. That was neat. But I couldn't help but think, just from seeing this images, like that has to be like a late game or something, because well, who knows? I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll start. Truly, who knows? Because in the original, you start basically at the bottom, go up, and then latter half of the game, you're up and then go down and kind of do it again, sort of. And then it connected, you're like up here. So who knows? You know, truly, who knows? Or if they'll even stick with that theming again, and just maybe you're just, who knows? I'm excited. That's why I'm playing it. So very curious on the mythology stuff as well too, since I now know that at least some of the names are like that. Makes me think of some of the characters I'm going to meet or bosses might have some influence too. So now I'm curious if there was any influence of that in the first game. I don't think there was. Okay. Anyways, this is now Elysium in the Dream. This is a much shorter song. This sounds interesting. Also, it's 2 minutes and 50 seconds, which leads me to believe, now that just could be the uploader, but it leads me to believe this is less of a song and more of the mood type songs that Xenoblade has. There's a lot of mood songs in this game, like that are like telling a story that is happening during cutscenes, that kind of stuff. So maybe. But Elysium is definitely some mythology as well. A place for the dead. This is Elysium in the Dream from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. A very honorable place of death, by the way. Acoustic guitar, steel string. Xenoblade 1 did not have a lot of steel string acoustic doing the leads like this. It had nylon doing the leads. Well, that was cool. The violin came in right on that note. There was acoustic guitars in 1, don't get me wrong, but there was mostly strumming and chords. But not as a lead instrument. That's good. This is the kind of stuff I really enjoy from the series. This kind of music. And piano, too. Ooh, yeah, this is nice. It's like a calming, but kind of, I don't know. Elysium is definitely have to do with death, so it's like, is this like a graveyard type setting or some kind of memorial or a cutscene? The guitar sounds wonderful, by the way. You guys ever seen what those look like? I want to see if I can find one. That was great. That was great. Short and sweet. Perfect. That was great. That was already one of my favorites. So it's funny because this what I was referring to earlier with the guitar is a song I'm going to compare that to, and that's The Fallen Land. It reminded me slightly of it. Not really the setting or anything, but the kind of feeling and overall like essence. Fallen Land was like a little reminded me of this one, or I should say this reminded me of The Fallen Land. But that's another comparison I can use for the guitar thing, because if you listen to The Fallen Land at night, you can hear the nylon guitar, which is featured in Definitive Edition. It's that like really plasticky kind of smooth mellow guitar sound, whereas this is an acoustic where you can hear the brightness of the strings. Sounds, just has like a clang to them, and you can hear that here, and it's really, really nice. You can hear the chords a little clearer, and I don't recall any acoustic leads in the first one, and I mean leads, not chords. For example, Colony 9 had very obvious acoustic chords, dun 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 dun, but I'm talking like lead playing. So that was interesting, and then the choir doing their thing, that was really nice. I'm really a big fan so far of the not battle themes of 2, and the world stuff and what may be cutscene music or something like that, because I see Xenoblade as far in like three kind of lanes. I see them as like battle themes, like overworld and place themes, and then your mood stuff, your during talking, your cutscene music, that kind of stuff. This seems to me like one of those, because the title doesn't say day or night, and by the length of it, for example, Xenoblade 1 had like a bunch, like a lot of the music is taken up by all these ambient mood type stuff that happens during talking and random just events like that. So this to me sounds like one of those, and that sounded just really, really good. And I'm trying to think of this has to do with death somehow, some way. You can't talk about Elysium and not, right? Those that played Hades understand, but also it's just mythology. Like, there's hell, there's Tartarus, there's Elysium, and you know what I mean? So it's a very specific type of thing, like where, honorable people have passed, and that intrigues me quite a bit, because maybe that's like a time we'll see old characters or something. There's like a lot of possibilities when it comes to death, and that's exciting to me. But yeah, so far I'm a really big fan of I love the battle stuff too, don't get me wrong, of course, but totally honest, going into Xenoblade 2 reaction videos, was really hoping and anticipating the town stuff and all the other stuff, because I don't know, I just really like it in Xenoblade. It's like, to me, what I think of when I think of Xenoblade is like violins, pianos, and just really beautiful music, like really beautiful music that you can show your grandma or something, and she'll be like, "Oh, what's this?" You could also show her a battle theme and she'll rock out too. But anyways, I'm really excited for these two, Yggdrasil and Elysium in the Dream. Really excited to see how the mythology comes into play, from, if at all, or just inspired some names. I'm just excited to play it. By the time you're seeing this, I'm already playing it. So that's it. So yeah, thank you to Manon and Mini MK75. Thank you to my Patreon members that couldn't be here without them. I will see you in the playthrough. My name is Jesse. Take it easy.